Um, Good afternoon, my dear classmates and teacher. And I believe that when talking about the most famous social network, you will think of Facebook. And today I'm going to talk about the Facebook addiction caused the decay of the people's interpersonal relationship. And I just give some background information for Facebook. Facebook started in 2004 in Harvard, and it originally was a social network for freshmen to connect with other classmates, and it moved to Stanford and other universities. Then it spread to England, Australia. Later, the high school students were allowed to use Facebook, and more versions came out like Chinese, Spanish, German, and so on. And Facebook was claimed as the most used social network in 2009 from Complete.com. And honestly, I am the person who log in Facebook to check the friends updates when I use the computer. But I find out there are some problems. Facebook got 8 billion users in the world and 10 million users in Taiwan, which is more than 50% of the popularity of Taiwan. It is from the research of the checkfacebook.com. And the first problem is that overusing Facebook to connect with people. 1/3 of the people from 18 to 34 years old, they use Facebook very often and mostly rely on Facebook to keep in touch with friends. It is from the research of News of the World. And however, 60% of them are feeling alone because they are just clicking and checking. They are not directly keep in touch with those friends. This is from the research of Mental Health Care Foundation in England. Here are some examples. From our experience, if one day you didn't check Facebook for a day, and you will lose some message and updates like A broke up with B or C bought new clothes or something. And another example is like a student in New York. He said that he check updates every day as possible as he can because he feel like with them when checking on Facebook. It's because that everybody posts on Facebook. This is also from the News of the World. And the second problem is the abusing like button. Some people are searching support from like button, but according to Amanda Forst, some people may think that he or she got less likes today, and he or she feel kind of depressed. It is like a confidence building or destroying, and they just searching for satisfied. And it is gradually changed the attitude from people, gradually change the attitude for relationship from people. And the third problem is that adding friends with someone unfamiliar. Here is another example from News of the World. A man in New York, he said that he saw a girl on the street. He forgot her name, but he knew that they are friends on Facebook. But he knew everything, like her boyfriend how her boyfriend looks like, how her brother looks like, where she lives or something. But he just cannot remember her name, and he suddenly feel he is kind of sick for the Facebook addiction. And here is a picture that you can take a look at. And after seeing these problems, I came up with some solution. Like the first one is we should rebuild our attitude and thinking toward relationship and social network. We can call friends, meet friends, or even send some postcard or letters if you want to. It's more interesting rather than just chatting on Facebook. Those close friends for you is from your lives they are not from your Facebook friends. And the second solution is that we should view like button in an easier way. It's just a new function of a social network, not so serious with your relationships. The third one is we should add someone you know at a considerable degree, because people may think that they can build a new character in social network, like it's fake picture, and they can say something that is not true about themselves. But sometimes, in the same time, it could be too true. Some people say that they would check on others' Facebook to see what kind of person he is or she is. Like some bosses say that they would check their employees' Facebook to see what they are doing during the work time. And some of the people may object that it's just merely a social network, but it's kind of overreaction for Facebook. But I think that we should be aware of that it is it is a serious problem that we surely pay too much attention to Facebook. And in addition, that another objection may be that people may say that if you quit Facebook, that you may feel isolated because that everybody is still posting something. But I think that we should do something rather than waiting others to do something. And these solutions are desirable because that again, that we should be aware of this fact. And from Score.com, in the USA, the increasing rate of users of Facebook dropped from 66% to 10% this year, because many people are aware that using Facebook too much can cause the decline of the interpersonal relationship. Sorry, and with this solution, we can think of different ways to reconstruct the individual's interpersonal relationship. And to sum up, it was originally a new way to keep in touch with people in a much convenient way. But however, it became an invisible problem because that we are addicted to Facebook. In short, we should reduce the time and addiction for Facebook. Once you quit Facebook a little, that you can save lots of time to do lots of things like going out with friends. It is better than just chatting on Facebook. And so that if you lose contact with some friends, I suggest that you should call them and try to find a time to meet with them somehow, because that they are friends in your life, not on your Facebook. And thank you for your listening.